Hello everyone, in the year 2012 and beyond, all the way up to the year 2112. This is Evan Lefavor, and I am here to explain a little bit about the future. And this invention of mine today that I'm going to explain is called eternal life. Now, eternal life, you may have heard about this before, but it is science fact. And me, along with the people of the year 2111, are going to bring eternal life back to us. And here's how we're going to do it. Alright, so first of all, one of the key components of all of this, is that throughout time, we flood the entire earth with waves, different waveforms. Waves that bounce off things, waves that penetrate things and then bounce around inside of things, and waves that just bounce around. Now, what do we use all these waves for? Well, then we create a computer that understands how the waves are bouncing enough to make a complete recording of all the history on this planet. So, now that we have that information, why do we need that information? Well, first of all, what we need to do is we need to find a way to upload people's memories, their brain functions, by using MRI technology. Now, first of all, what we need to do is we need to create a machine that we can pull anything out of that we imagine. How we do this is we create nanotechnology that is like the T-1000 from the movie Terminator 2. It can move, it can change shapes, it can morph into anything you want it to, moving parts included. So why would we do this? Why would that be necessary? Because then we can, in fact, pull out an exact copy of you. An exact clone of you that's made out of this advanced nanotechnology that feels completely real. What will we do with that? Well, in the year 2100, 2111, 2112, we're talking about real science fact resurrection. And I'm one of the first people to be resurrected using the techniques that I'm describing to you now. At this point in time, we have advanced nanotechnology that can take the form and function of anything we program it to. So what we do is we program a creature based on cuttlefish technology. So I'm talking about cuttlefish that swim in the sea, and they can change their shape and they change their colors and their pigment. Well, what we do is we create a version of this cuttlefish jellyfish type creature that can hover around and crawl on the ceilings of people's houses without being detected. And we assign one jellyfish to each human being. These things, we need to make them hypnotic so they can keep people asleep, and while the people are sleeping every night, we take an MRI scan of their memory banks, their brain functioning, and we store it all on a database. A database that we access in 2100 and 2112 to bring people back from the dead. You've seen how we used to play video games like a Nintendo. We used to have to plug the Nintendo into our TV and we'd buy Nintendo games and put them in the Nintendo and play them. And now you can just download a ROM and put it into an emulator, and now you're playing the game just like it was on the NES, except now it's on your computer. We use similar technology to make eternal life possible. This is how we do it. We have these jellyfish creatures take MRI scans regularly of our brains and upload them to the database. We have mosquitoes that are genetically engineered mosquitoes that the second they touch your blood, a sample goes to the database as well for DNA samples. Because we want your heavenly body, your nanotechnological heavenly body, the body we create for you that emulates your body perfectly, except it's flawless at this point. You can't be killed, you can't be starved. You run off of an infinite energy source. Your whole body runs off of a new energy source. This is your heavenly body now we're talking about. So anyway, this is how me and the people of the year 2100 and 2112 hatch a plan together using all the unlimited technology we have to go back in time and save all of us in 2013. Alright? So how do we do this? Well, like I said, we create a heavenly body. So if you know what I mean, it's like, imagine you could take a pill, like you're in the Matrix, and all of a sudden this nanotechnology that was inside that pill starts converting your material body into a digital nanotechnological exact clone body. So all of a sudden you don't even know that anything changed, but you feel great, you feel healthy, you feel like you could take on the world, you know? You feel exuberant. Is that a word? Exuberant? Anyway, so we need to have some AIs. Artificial intelligence is going to be crucial, because what we need to do is but then you go, well, what is a soul? What happens to a soul? Like the conscious being. Well, that's the spark. That's the spark that we need to match up with the MRI scans and the new body. Because see, you don't want to have to die to get to heaven anymore. This is the 21st century. We have technology that we can change into our heavenly bodies just by taking a pill or drinking water that has the nanotechnology involved. So, alright, so if there was an asteroid coming in 2013, then we could have the year 2100 come and save us. Because we could launch a spaceship full of androids into space and have a couple humans with them and turn it into a time machine out in space, and then build everything we need in time, and then use the time machine to time travel back to the second we sent them out into space with all the upgraded technology. That'd be a good idea. Quantum leap mechanics. How's about that, Michio Kaku? Quantum leap mechanics. So we throw Murphy's Law out the window. Alright? And that's not just a RoboCop reference here. Alright? But Murphy's Law is now going to change. The second we send a spaceship time machine out into outer space with technology that can upgrade itself, and then we can just send design documents to this spaceship, and they can use the time travel technology to get us what we just designed and manifest it in front of our eyes instantly, because they've done it, because they time travel back in time however long it's going to take to complete the project, and then boom, send that via time travel back to us. And I know what you're saying. Oh, whoa, what do you mean time travel's real? Yeah, time travel's real, okay? There's a lot of different ways to do it. So there's a lot for everyone to look forward to, of course, with the multiverse and everything. But so that is how we do eternal life. Very simple, very simple. Now you might be asking, oh, what happens when people die? Well, where does their soul go? And their soul will go where the strongest resonating frequency is. See, if my computer system knows about when you die, then it can be there to short circuit the mechanism that would recycle your soul into a reincarnated state, and instead bring it to heaven, to your heavenly body. So that's all science fact. It's all possible in the year 2100. It's all possible in the year 2012 as well, because we can create a bridge to the future and back, vice versa, out in space. And we need to, because it's our only hope. So anyway, hopefully everything goes as well as planned, and we see some spaceships in the sky in 2013. Because yeah, I designed some cool spaceships for all of us. So I mean, it's not like it's the end of the world. You know, human beings have to get off of the world for a little bit. We have to leave planet Earth for a little while. But it's cool because I've helped design the machines that we're going to leave the planet in. And we're all going to be very safe, immortal beings by that point. But the reason we leave is because the planet's going to go under some turmoil. There's some galactic stuff that only happens every so many thousand years. And we have to protect Mother Earth and the other planets. And part of that is that we respect and protect all human life and all life in general on planet Earth, Mother Earth. And the first step in protecting everything on Earth is to get us safely off the planet to a better place inside these spaceships. And when I say spaceships, I'm talking they're so big, you walk into one of these things and it's like a city. You see the sky and there's a sky. It's like you're on a planet, okay? It's like the whole thing is like the holodeck on Star Wars, or Star Trek rather. And it's real though. And this is stuff you're going to see with your own eyes, 2013, okay? I'm setting up the technology that it would take for us to replicate starships and give them to everyone for free. Boom, boom, boom. Paradise, paradise, paradise. And when I say that this is a quantum leap from quantum mechanics, I'm serious. Because I'm sick of people being, oh, this is what's possible. Well, yeah, time travel is possible. Getting rid of Murphy's Law is possible. Contacting the future is possible. Having them share technology back and through time to us is possible. This is the 21st century. So we have to realize that certain things are science fact. So we create a soul resonating tone within your nanotechnology if you die to get your soul linked up with the ROM of your memories, linked up with your body. And that's worst case scenario. Best case scenario, you take the pill, you drink it down with some water, boom, there you go. You're in your heavenly body and you can't even tell the difference. People could shoot you point blank with bullets and it's like being Superman, okay? Except we can't use the powers for negative things. There's a licensing system built into the technology of your heavenly body. So I mean, it allows you telekinesis, moving objects with your mind using anti-gravity technology. It allows you to fly. It allows you all these different things. Never die. You don't have to eat or go to the bathroom anymore if you don't want to, but you still can. I mean, this thing that you will become. I don't mean to call you a thing. You know what I mean? That's your heavenly body. That's you. You're never going to die. Like, when you were, so usually people like to be a younger version of themselves. So I don't want to spoil it all for everyone, but 2013 is going to be a pretty wild year because we have an asteroid that's coming right for us, and we have the year 2100 and 2012 listening to my videos. And if they listen correctly to my videos, then we together can save these events from happening. Save the people of planet Earth from any asteroid and every asteroid that could ever intend to harm us. How do we do that? You want to know? Okay, I'll tell you real quick. We create a swarm of 1 million different robots, and they all have jet propulsion engines on them, and they swarm out to the asteroid. One of them docks. It drills its drill into the asteroid, and then its wings come up, locking it into a puzzle piece, and then all the other ones swarm onto that puzzle piece and they start interlocking until you've got a complete dome over the asteroid. So now these robots are completely circled the entire asteroid, and then their jet propulsion engine just goes and stops it to a halt. Now we've got a floating asteroid that's in lockdown. Asteroid Jail. Alright? So think of it as a prison for an asteroid. That self-transforming robots connect together and neutralize. How do we do this? We don't launch these robots from Earth, right? We launch starships way out in asteroid belts, and those starships look ahead for any asteroids coming farther and before we could ever do it. So we create an entire robotic observatory in space, and they can see asteroids coming from a mile away and coagulate them. You know what I mean. Get the data off of the asteroid. So it's reading the data. It can sense a preliminary sensor input to track the asteroid, so we can tag the asteroid, and then we can launch those machine robots right as it goes by. So it's like, here comes the asteroid, here comes the swarm of robots out of that ship. They swarm it, and then all of a sudden you got an asteroid caught inside these robots. So what do we do with an asteroid at that point? Well, we could have the inside of the asteroid be detonated until it was nothing but powder, and then we control it via remote, steer it into the asteroid belt, and then release. And then the technology could morph back into a saucer, one continuous saucer, and then report back to base. So anyway, speaking of that, I don't want to make this go on for too long, but the new mobile is something else that we've designed in the year 2100 and the year 2012. What does it do? The new mobile is like your car, except it's like a transformer. It can transform into any vehicle you can imagine. It's got on a database every vehicle ever made, and it can transform into each and every one of them instantly. And it'll blow your mind to see it in action. So what we do with this technology is we make sure that every inch of it on the outside is like a camera, and it knows what's around the environment ahead of itself. So it can never ever crash into a person. It can never crash into anything. The car takes over control if an accident's ever going to happen, and it won't let it happen. It's impossible for these new mobiles to hit another car or hit anything. It's impossible. Alright? It's because of the nanotechnology. And it's all about technology communicating with more technology. So these new mobiles are pretty spiffy. Alright? They get you there in a jiffy. You can teleport directly with your new mobile to your destination instantly. That's another perk. So you can also have the new mobile drive you and just lean back and relax and take the scenic route, or you can do it old school style and drive yourself. So it gives you options that are safer than our old cars from the 20th century. They don't run, these new mobiles run off the 0-point energy flux vacuum field, which means that they're continuously recharged, that they run forever. Okay? So the new mobile, that's something to look forward to. You got your heavenly body, you got your new mobile, you got your personal paradise time machine in the sky. Each and every one of us is going to have our own universe inside a time machine in the sky, where we'll never die, where it's as big as planet Earth ever was. You can experience any day of any dimension, of any timeline, for free, forever. Everything's free. It's like an upgrade of freedom. Anyway, I just hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Evan Lefavor, born 1983. This is the year 2012. This is a message for the year 2012 and 2112, because yes, I was resurrected in the year 2083, and now there's a parallel version of me 111 years into the future. and into the past. So until then, until my next video, that is the science fact truth about what is it? Resurrection. That's right. Resurrection, science fact. Thank you for listening. This is Evan Lefavor signing out. See you all. See ya.